Hello everyone, this is Joanne. We're going to do something a little bit different today. I haven't painted in quite a while, but I like to find thrifted items and paint them differently and something that would be more my aesthetic. This would be Darling for a little girl. It's a little jewelry box. I already went in and removed from the drawers, had like a little pink velvet, and I'm going to cover the insides of the drawers with some other fabric or scrapbook paper. I'm not sure yet. And this is Darling, but I don't have any little girl. Well, I do have my friend's daughter who probably would like it like this. But I want to use this for storage in my craft room. And I got it really cheap at Goodwill at a thrift store near me. And so I want to try to paint it differently. And the hearts might stay pink, I'm not sure, but I have this littler brush that I got for going around the hearts. And I have this chalk paint, and since I haven't painted in a while, I had some larger chalk paints, which were dried up already, so I had to toss those out. This is called Seaside Villa, and it's a pretty green color, and I love green. So I feel like this would be kind of pretty to cover, and maybe cover the knobs with something else. I'm going to shake it up really good. And then I'm going to use this. I have this takeout container, which is just cheap. I love to use these for painting. Usually I will put water in here if I'm using multiple colors. Right now I'm not, but I put the paint on these lids, and it just helps to not bleed through. And then I just have a paper plate that this is on, this jewelry box is on. But so I'm gonna see how this goes. And yeah, so you never know. I will get a towel. Oh, I do have a paper towel. Okay, I was prepared. Okay, I do have a paper towel over here, a couple different ones that I had, so I'll just use that a little bit if I need to. And I probably will get paint all over my fingers. That's normal. And this is chalk paint, like I said. It's called Folk Art Chalk. And I like the texture of chalk paint, and I feel that it covers better on this type of a redo project. But now that I said that, who knows, it may not, but we'll see. I've had pretty good luck with these types of chalk paints in the past, where they will cover pretty good onto painted wood and things. Let me use this smaller brush to just detail around there, and I'm gonna stir up my paint. And I just thought I would, because I wanted to try this, I just wanted to chat with you all and paint a little bit. So it's not junk journaling, but it's something artsy, so hopefully you're on board for it. And we'll just see. It's not, I might have to, okay, yep, I might have to sand this first. Okay, well, this is going to be a very short paint session then. Yeah, I was worried about this because this is such a shiny finish. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to sand it down and then try to paint over it. Although I had a metal tray once that I was able to, I wonder if I used gesso first, if that would help. Oh, well. Yeah, this isn't going over at all. So let me do something else. If it works, I'll come back. If not, this will be a project for another day. So, and yeah. So it kind of shows I haven't painted in a long time since this isn't working. So this pink, yeah, these are shiny too. All right. All right, I'll be back another time then. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. See you later. Okay, I am back. So the gesso seems to be working pretty good to cover this. And I'm using the small brush just to kind of, I don't know why, I want the lines to be real fine, if that makes sense, for the paint lines. So, and I could use the bigger brush, I guess, but I'm just kind of hesitant here because I haven't used gesso that much. I've usually used it on paperboard or like children's board books. I've done some mixed media, which I can show on this channel too. I've used, I just recently, a few months ago, started using gesso. Now I think I could blend my green paint with this gesso and put a layer on, but I think I'll do a coat of this and then I'll try the green. So, okay. And this, you know, I don't know. Who knows? It may not work. But okay, and I got a little bit on the heart there. Okay, that's all right. Oh, because I would need to paint the heart. Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to paint the hearts or leave them. So let's just see about this first. And then, yeah. And I like painting, so I like covering things, so this is good anyway. So yeah, probably would be good to take the drawers out and then do. I'm not going to worry about painting the inside so much, but I do need to paint this part a little bit. That might actually take the paint. Well, I need another lid actually. Well, I'm just going to use, okay, I have this little lid here. It's not what I normally use for painting, but I can wash it out. I'll use that for the gesso. So, because we're kind of on the fly here. Later today, we're going to take my car in. We're going to get an estimate on getting a dent removed. Because, yeah, I have had my car for, oh gosh, let's see, I think it's a 2010. And I've had it for a long time. And was it last year? Or maybe not even last year. Maybe not even a year ago. I don't even think it's a year ago. I dented it. And that's the first dent I've ever, well, somebody else dented it one time, so that wasn't my fault. So this time it was definitely my fault. I was backing out of a friend's driveway. It was very narrow, and I dented the car, so on her shed. But she didn't care because she was already going to repaint the shed. She was so nice about it. I felt terrible. And then she felt bad because she said, I should have helped you back out of the driveway because that's such a difficult driveway to back out of. And I'm like, no, it was just bad driving. So whatever. But we found a place that does some kind of dent repair without even needing to repaint. But I actually do have some matching paint from that I ordered for my car, so I'm gonna bring that along too. But this ad that we saw for this, it was recommended, a service said that they don't need to paint, so they can remove dents without painting. So we'll see. So I don't know. We're gonna later, after my husband's done with work, he works from home, and then we're gonna take the car and get the estimate on that. So yeah, so. That's nice. It's nice to get it fixed because eventually I would like, well, I was hoping to get a new car sooner rather than later. Not because of the dent, because I love the car. It's a Volvo. And, but I wanted to do this deal they have where you can order a Volvo that's, you know, it's made in Sweden. And then you go there and they, I don't know, you get some sort of promotion where you get to stay overnight a couple nights, you get dinner, you get the whole deal, and you get to drive your new car around Sweden a little bit. And okay, I should use the bigger brush for this because this is getting ridiculous. So, all right, I will squeeze out some more gesso here and use the bigger brush. So we'll see. And you know what? I don't know how this jewelry box will turn out. This may be one of those where you never see this again because it'll be a disaster. Or it'll be funky looking, like it'll be like, okay, that's a weird jewelry box. And I'm not using it for jewelry anyway. So I got a used jewelry box free off Facebook. And it's big. It's actually kind of big. Not ginormous, but pretty big. And it's a beautiful green, kind of an aqua color. And this one I'm going to set on top of that one because this fits just right on top of there. So that's why I was kind of going with the green too, because I think it'll match that other jewelry box really well. And I'm putting like seam binding and old pattern kits. What do you call those? Pattern, you know, that women used to, well, they still do, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Is everything online now? I'm obviously not a seamstress. Those old pattern books that people use as junk journals and use for their junk journals, and use the pattern book covers as their junk journal covers. I'm not saying it correctly, but hopefully you know what I mean. Like the old McCall's seamstress kits and whatnot. So I'm using that other jewelry box to hold that kind of thing. So, okay, now I'm trying not to get my hands completely. Okay, now the back is not as shiny, except for the sides are. Okay, and I'm already getting the paint on me. Okay, now I didn't do that side yet, so I can put this down this way. Okay, so yeah, so anyway, I'm really loving having a YouTube channel because I feel like it's just another way to communicate with people, and I love teaching. Although I have noticed I'm kind of distracted when I do some of these, so I'm maybe not the best teacher at explaining things, but in real life, I think I'm a pretty good teacher. I'm trying not to pat myself on the back here too much, but I've been told I'm a pretty good teacher, so hopefully that's true. And I will try to get better at YouTube here and be a better teacher for you all. And this gesso is something I'm exploring. So, and like I said, I started using it a few months ago. So I will try to show you some mixed media tricks for your junk journals too, because mixed media is really fun. And people are like, what's mixed media? And I didn't really know what it was in the beginning either. It's I know a professional artist, and she's a sister of one of my friends. And she said it's really anytime you take two materials together. And so like this would even be mixed media, I believe, because you're doing paint on wood or something. So, and so it's something like that, I guess. So I'm going to teach a class on making mixed media cards. I'm going to take flashcards and playing cards, and we are going to cover them with either paper or paint and write affirmations on them. So that's going to be my first kind of stab at teaching mixed media. So, and if that works out and I end up doing that, I will then show that on my YouTube channel. I probably won't be able to show the class on YouTube because I don't think some of the ladies would really want to be highlighted on YouTube, I have a feeling. So if I ask their permission and they're okay with it, I would. But yeah, so, but it would be just as easy, I think, to teach you all separately once I kind of get a grip. Okay, that other gesso hasn't dried, and it's getting a little globby on the other side that you're not seeing me do. But, and this gesso is getting a little dry here, so I'm going to do this and see. Now, hopefully I won't get gesso all over my fingers, but that's usually what happens when I'm painting. And I'm okay with that. I think it's kind of fun to get messy. Turning this around to see, I think I have to do this other side. And I don't want this. Okay, the top is not dry. I thought it was, and I just smudged my finger on it. So, yeah. All right. Okay, I might have to wait for the other surfaces to dry. Maybe the front is a little bit dry now. Actually, that could sit down that way and kind of... Well, I have a little pink here to do. Okay, to cover. All right. I think when you're doing something like this and talking at the same time, it can get a little distracting. That's why I think I'm not the best teacher yet on YouTube, but I'm not going to say I'm not going to be. I'm just saying yet. So, can't remember if I gessoed this or not. And now... Okay, I feel like that needs, okay. All right, there's the side, and I feel like I could do this side if I kind of, oh, I already did. Okay. All right, let's just angle it a little bit because I don't want to get gesso all over. All right, shake it up good. And, you know, this bottle of gesso is Folk Art. It's the same brand as my paint, which I just realized now. I'm probably not showing this in frame, sorry. And I didn't realize that. So, but I like that brand apparently. But I just ordered it on Amazon. I get lazy sometimes. I could go to Michael's. Well, Joann's is closing. Have you heard about that? So it's almost closed. I think just what day is today? It's in a couple days. I think the end of May here. And I did get one. I had, it was over winter. A friend of mine had given me, there's a friend of mine who likes to come and stay overnight and junk journal with me. And she uses all my materials and she usually brings treats. And so she had given me a $25 gift certificate to Joann's. And when I heard they were closing, I'm like, wow, okay, I better use that. And so I went to a Joann's not too far from us and kind of far. I had the gift certificate for a while because I don't have a Joann's super close to me anymore. So anyway, I thought, well, let's use it. And so I went and I was able to get, I think it was like half price. It was one of those carts that has the wheels and like a utility cart. And I was able to get that. And that was nice because that was really kind of her to give me the gift certificate or gift card, I should say. And it was really fun to be able to use it. So, but the Joann's I went in, like I said, this was in the winter, was already pretty trashed. So I haven't really been back in any. Hello everyone, again, continuing on, and I painted quite a bit without you. And this one shows a little bit of the white gesso, but this is the green, and I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of a light green, so I'm not sure if I'm loving it. But I think for now it'll be good. I'm gonna do another coat, and then like I said, I'll have to fix the inside, probably adding into the drawers some, see, they're just like cardboard, because there was like it's like on the side here, there's like, if you can see, it's like a pink fuzzy lining, and I pulled all that out. And so I want to do some sort of a, like I said, fabric, or maybe even just scrapbook paper would look kind of cute in there. I couldn't get all of the cardboard lining out. I would have liked to have been able to tear all of that out, because then I could have just painted the inside. So I think I'll just, cover it with something. But chalk paint does kind of leave that, a little bit of that wispiness, but I am going to do another coat just to make sure and cover it really good. And I do have a wax coating that I've used with chalk paint, and that'll give it a bit more gloss, and then it won't be so, it'll still have that chalky look, but it won't be so chalky to the feel, I guess. Not that it really matters what it feels like, but the wax also protects it, I think, from like rubbing off. But I can see some areas where I definitely need more coating with the paint. And again, this is the Seaside Villa. So it comes out, if you see it in the bottle, and it's a bit, yeah, so if you can kind of tell. So it's a light green, and then it seems to get even lighter on this. So yeah, but it is very pretty. And with the pink knobs, I think I would just leave the pink knobs for now. Cute, it's cute. And I'll work on it a little bit more. But yeah, I think it's kind of neat. And I went to Dollar Tree today. So I'm going to have a Dollar Tree junk journal haul coming up. And I cleared out a lot of space on my phone because it was telling me that I was using up too much memory with my videotaping lately. So I spent some time clearing out photos and old videos. And it's amazing. I don't know if you do this, but I screenshot so many things. And I don't need a lot of that stuff. So yeah. So I think that's about it. I'll just paint a little bit more tonight. And that'll be it. And then I'll, like I said, do that wax coating too. I'll wait till this all dries really good before I do the wax coating. And then before I line the inside. So maybe another day, if I'm going to line the inside, I will come back. But otherwise, that's about it for my painting project today. And yeah, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions below or what you think of painting. Do you paint a lot? I would love for you to comment below. And please give me a thumbs up and definitely subscribe to my channel if you're interested in artsy, creative ventures, I guess you'd say. But mostly junk journal. But decided to do a little painting again today. So thanks, everyone. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.